So we got another case of go woke, you go broke. And I want to talk about it because it's quite interesting, especially when you consider the fact that even somebody like me used to really enjoy the NBA. I really did. All right. In past years, watched a lot of NBA games. Okay. A whole lot of NBA games. And just since it became like just woke and just the play has fallen off, the amount of effort, it's just like, yeah. I mean, if I just so happen, to catch a game on TV, maybe I'll sit and watch. I'm not completely opposed to it, but I'm not like, ooh, oh yeah, that game between such and such teams today, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna make sure that's on. Like, no, I don't really care. And I think a lot of people across this country are really starting to feel the same way. And it's quite interesting to watch because if you guys didn't know, the NBA All-Star Weekend was this past weekend, and it was not good. From the play to also the fans. Check out this video clip from the stadium during All-Star Weekend, and let me know what you see. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you see a whole lot of empty seats. This is starting to look like the WNBA. Yo, this is starting to look like the WNBA at this point. Look at this. Like, there's a whole row. There's an entire row right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's an entire row right here that is completely empty. The whole row. The entire thing, a full row, completely empty. Not a single person. Not a one. Not one. That is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Here's another row that is completely empty. Completely empty. And, people are talking about this all over the internet. Like this gentleman here.
Is not good.
Hold on, let me put this up on the big screen. Here we go.
The NBA has a serious fan engagement and fan interest problem. They can dim the lights on the audience and they can use LED lights to make it look like people are in those seats, but it's very obvious the arena is empty. And it starts with the players' effort. The players don't care and the league doesn't care. And until they start caring, the fans won't. So they need to fix this. This is not good. The NBA has a serious fan engagement.
I mean, and you could see where they, hold on, let me mute this. You could see where they tried to like put the lights on the back of the chairs to make it seem as if like there's a bunch of people, snapping photos and whatnot. And honestly, it kind of made it worse because it made it more noticeable. Like, what the, like there's not even a person there. Bro, it's sad when you gotta fake people taking pictures. Your product is utter garbage at that point.
During the Rising Stars Challenge, did y'all see this? There's like nobody there. I mean, look at this picture. This was during the game. Look, I'm gonna move it around.
Yeah, during
Look,
the game.
there's nobody there. They have like flashing lights in the seats to make it appear as if like people are like on their phones, I guess. To make it look like the seats are full of people. Look at this picture. This is when VJ Edgecombe won MVP.
Yo, this man just won MVP of the Rising Star Challenge. So this was Saturday. And literally the scene behind him is like the Sahara Desert, just absolutely empty. This is crazy.
In the Rising Stars game, there's nobody there, bro. Like, look, right here in this little area, bottom left to the left of Dairy Queen. And they have the nerve to put lights on the seats to make it look like it's people. I didn't notice because I never leave the fucking house. But the ticket prices for All-Star Weekend are significantly higher than they were last year, as if people are making more money.
NBA All-Star ticket prices 2025 versus 2026. Let's see here. 2026 game tickets exceeding $2,000. And mind you, this was in Los Angeles, so not a small town, not a small city. Okay, this is a big city. It's not some random, one stoplight town in the middle of nowhere. Like, this is in Los Angeles, and that's how empty the arena was. Representing a major surge. Let's see. The 2026 game features a new format where the lower bowl seats starting at $3,300. The wall tickets over $2,000. Average ticket price was $2,000. In 2025, it was $1,400. $1,400 is still crazy. With the amount of effort that these players put in, $1,400 is still crazy, in my humble opinion. These tickets shouldn't be any more than $400. Maybe, probably less than that, really. $300. That should be the average ticket price for an event. $300. Because they obviously can't do it for free. You know, staff has to get paid. There's a lot of staff that work in these stadiums to, keep everything running and operating properly. So they have to obviously get paid. So they can't do it for free. So I understand that. $300 should be the average price for a ticket. $300. At $300, you'd have that stadium packed. But $2,000? Yeah, nah. You are smoking crack. If you think people about to just shell out $2,000 for some games where players ain't even trying. They're not even trying.
Funny, like, even if you could afford a $2,000 ticket, would you really want to pay it for the product that the NBA's putting out now? Bro, listen to how crazy this is. I do this shit for a living. I had no idea that Damian Lillard had already won the 3-point contest. The shit started at like 5 p.m. and I'm not the only person that missed it. Plenty of people missed it. And the reason being is the Olympics. I didn't know that the NBA takes a back seat to the Olympics. I didn't know that. So they were forced to air everything earlier, just like they're doing today. Look, here you go. If you didn't know, you're probably going to miss it. The All-Star game is today at 5 p.m. The NBA has a really big problem, and they're trying to pretend as if they don't have a problem. Look at all the streaming platforms that you have to sort through to watch a game. And then what's crazier, let's say you get all of these. You still might miss some games because of blackouts. This guy does not know what the he's doing. So
yeah, that's facts. And yeah, I saw the start time as well, because it did start earlier than normal. Obviously on the West Coast, the 5 East Coast time is 2 o'clock West Coast. So it's definitely early. But I don't think that was the major cause of that arena being completely empty. The major cause is Adam Silver doesn't know how to run the league. First you go woke, right? You do all this nonsense, the George Floyd and BLM and all of that stuff. Bro, play basketball. Play basketball. I'm not saying players can't have an opinion, but when you're as a league doing all that stuff, like, that's not what I come to you for. I come to watch somebody get dunked on. I come to watch somebody get crossed up. I come to watch somebody get locked up. Kawhi Leonard or Jimmy Butler lock somebody up. That's what I come to see. I don't come to hear about your BLM speech. I don't give a fuck about that. Excuse my language, but I don't. And so when you start doing all that, don't care. And then you got players not even caring, especially like about an all-star game. You got players out there just lollygagging, and you expect people to pay $2,000 for that? I can go to the local gym and see some people lollygagging around hooping, and probably get a lot better entertainment. To be completely honest, so. Yeah, and then you got the scandal. You got scandal on top of scandal on top of scandal. You got players allegedly being paid to throw games. Terry, I believe his name is Terry Rozier, was allegedly involved in that. I don't know if you guys heard about that earlier this year. Then you had the whole saga with Kawhi Leonard, possibly being paid under the table by a team to go to a team. Then you got the tanking teams just literally sitting all of their players to try to lose the game on purpose so that they can have a higher draft pick. Bro, like, the league is just garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's trash. Utter trash. And unfortunately, these TV deals have already paid the NBA their money. They've already got it locked in, right? They already signed these TV deals, so they're getting millions upon millions of dollars. Now, what I think is going to happen if they continue to go along this path, when the next TV deals come up, once these current ones run out, that's when you'll see things really fucking hit the fan. Because these TV deals aren't going to be as big the next time because the big companies are like, yo, y'all not getting the viewership that y'all were once getting. Your product is declining. We're not paying you all this money again to have you on our networks. We'll pay you this amount, but not what we paid before. That's when you'll see things really hit the fan because now revenue is shrinking. Right now, revenue isn't really shrinking a whole lot. I mean, attendance, maybe a little bit. But the big thing are the TV deals. And they already signed all of those. You saw that list that he had up on the screen. You got Peacock. You got NBC. Hold on. Let me go back to that. You got all of these different platforms. Let me see. Where did that go? Goodness gracious. Yeah, you got NBC, Peacock, ESPN, Prime, ABC. Like, you got all of these different things, and then you might have to buy a local packet. Yeah, it is just absolutely ridiculous. So, I don't think we'll see much now. I mean, of course, Adam Silver is probably going to try to make it seem like they're doing a whole lot. They ain't really going to be doing a whole lot. And especially with the woke stuff. They aren't going to stop that. Not until the next TV deals come up and they really start to see their money absolutely tank and go down the toilet. But now, I also want to hop on to the Snow White situation because that kind of goes along the same path as this. When you go woke, you go broke. You guys remember this Snow White actor?
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see. No. Nope. We ain't waiting in line for no woke mess. Give us the old Snow White. Disney loses $170 million with woke Snow White live action flop. After years of controversies and tepid results at the box office, Disney's 2025 live action Snow White remake has reportedly netted an approximately $170 million loss. Forbes reported on Tuesday that filings indicate the recent controversial live-action Snow White remake cost a whopping $336.5 million, yet met with low returns after years of controversy. Yeah, so when you go woke, you go broke. You go broke. Yep. The writer went to emphasize the $336.5 million spent on Snow White is higher than the cost of Disney's Rogue One star, blah, blah, blah. All of these different things, which grossed a staggering $1.3 billion in 2017. So, yeah. Snow White went woke and lost a huge chunk of change in the process. Huge chunk of change. 170 M's. 170 M's. And keep in mind, right, the whole Bud Light saga, I still ain't forgot about Bud Light. You think they've recovered? Nope. Bud Light is literally still not back to the levels that they were at previous to them going woke. Like, when will these companies learn, bro? When you go woke, you go broke. You go broke. According to the New York Post, more Hollywood stars are choosing silence over political commentary in heated climate. Now they're figuring out, I probably shouldn't do the whole woke thing. And I don't want to lose all my cash. Hollywood stars such as Kevin James, Neil Patrick Harris, and Michelle, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, have recently either declined to comment on U.S. politics or have made a conscious effort to avoid the topic. Smart. Because it's not what we come to you for. It's not what we come to you for. Especially for these folks on the left people on the left simply want to hear what they want the individual to say when they ask these people, you know, about politics and whatnot. And we saw that with what was it? Was it the Olympics? Yeah. It was with the Olympics. Probably about a week ago, some woke reporter was asking Olympians about their political beliefs, and it's like, yo, that's not what they're there for. They're there to compete. Why are we talking about politics here? Like, we want to see them do something amazing. Ain't that from the movie The Incredibles? Like the little kid yeah, right? It's The Incredibles, where the little kid walks up and he's staring, and the dad's like, well, what are you waiting for? And the little kid looks at him and he's like, something amazing, I guess. Like, that's what we come to watch sports for, to see something amazing, I guess. Not to hear about these folks' politics and, oh, Trump bad. Well, typical. Y'all all repeat the same lines. Once again, if everybody in the room, if everybody in the room agrees, then somebody's lying, right? Propaganda. When they all say the same stuff, you think all of these people agree? Come on now, stop it. They don't. They're just repeating the tagline that they've been told to repeat, and it's completely obvious what's going on. But as always, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions about all of this. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.